Today I'm gonna build a Lego MOC in one color and one day. Participating to Win Week, I already built a few times MOCs in just one day, and you can find a full playlist on my channel. But only one time I built in one single color scheme, and that was 1 year ago, a build that was featured on the Brothers Big that was made for the Summer Joust. In that case it was a little bit easier because other than the green palette I could have used black, white and transclear. For today's challenge instead I need to stick to one color palette, and in this case the choice was again green. So let's see what I came up with this time. So this time, instead of doing bricklaying on the side, I decided to use plate. So here I have a regular green for the base. I added a few hints of dark green and a little bit of sand green and a little bit of lime for a little bit of flowers and decoration. The main character of the scene is going to be this green ninja from the recent Ninjago wave. I don't really follow Ninjago much, but I got that minifigure that was fitting very well. You can see we have also some sand green over there, to which I can add this sort of mushroom. And also for a fun part usage, I decided to use the tail of a crocodile to create some sort of interesting plant over here. Over here I'm going to create some stairs. So let's say we're going to create some sort of altar or temple for this green ninja. So to create the rock work for the stairs, I decided to go with sand green, which I think it works kind of well as a sort of stone looking material. A little bit of extra details is gonna be added here on the side, and on top I decided to use some of these Technic parts to create a temple shape kind of thing. I have these from some old Technic set that I found at home recently, so I thought I would never have another chance to use them. So here is how we can integrate some random Technic parts into our MOC. So this is gonna be back there. Here we have some plants already. Most of this MOC is not connected, so it's just sitting there because I was rushing in building in one day, and this was a particularly challenging one. Again, here we have another big Technic wheel that I'm gonna use here as a decoration as the back of the temple. And here we need to put something that is attracting the ninja there. So I created with these frog pieces a sort of stand, a sort of table with the shell piece on top, and this is gonna be where we're gonna put this big green ball that come with this same Ninjago. I don't really know in the new series what are these balls supposed to be. Maybe you can let me know in the comments down below. Now the scene is still quite simple. I wanna add some taller detail over here, so I decided to go for a waterfall. The water is gonna be in this yellowish green, while around it I'm gonna use a little bit of sand green for some rocks. So this is a structure I created, so this is just gonna sit behind here. Okay, so this is gonna be something like that. We just need to find the right angle, and again rock work and the waterfall in yellowish green. At the bottom I'm gonna add some of these Hulk arms. I used them before in the last one, and I built as well a minifigure habitat, pretty cool as well for the Hulk. So here we just need to slide in these pieces that will help me to create a little bit of this rocky surrounding for this waterfall. Now of course we need to find a way to cover a lot of these awkward gaps all around. So on top of this I'm just gonna use some of these leaf pieces, and I'm gonna try to use one more on the side. Here is a little bit of a balancing act. Of course, if I am to display these somewhere, I will have to work out a way to connect everything behind, because of course like this with every little touch it could fall. I'm gonna add another one also to cover this gap over here, and now you can see it looks even more interesting. Then of course you can take some more extra plant pieces and you can throw them here and there to add a little bit of extra decoration a little bit everywhere, and try to fill up all those gaps. Of course, as I said, I need to find a way to connect this at the back. I think it's actually something that wouldn't take much work. If I didn't have to rush this in one day, probably just adding a couple of extra hours, I could get this to be nicely connected everywhere. Now, as you can see already, the scene is pretty interesting, but we can add a little bit of extra plants on the left side. I think we can add some animals as well. Sticking with the green, we can add a snake over here, and we can add a proper frog maybe on top of the stairs over there waiting for the ninja. But I think in this central area this is still quite naked, so we can add some sort of Torii Gate looking thing. So I built something in dark green, and it's something that is gonna sit over here as a sort of the entrance to this temple. Because on top here I have the anti-stud, so this is something again that we can go and cover up using some different plants, some different leaf, and again here I use many different kind of leaf pieces. Let's reconnect this properly. Of course the inside structure is not necessarily all green because it's not gonna be seen. Of course this, when I'm on camera, fall off, but we can adjust it right away. I use some sort of weed pieces as well, and some of these horn green pieces. Okay, now we have the connection. This is gonna just connect to one stud over here, and then we can tilt it a little bit to find the right angle. We can put this back on top, and now the scene is completed. It looked a little bit better, I think, from a lower perspective, but then you wouldn't be able to see some of the other details. Now, let me know, guys, if I should display this somewhere, if maybe I should take some time to work around it and make sure everything is nice and solid, and let me know in the comments if you like better this one or the one that I built 1 year ago. Meanwhile, if you like my one-day vignette, I recommend you to go and check out the latest one that I show on the channel. That was the Underwater Kingdom. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao!